drinking glasses. In our own schools, more of our children will see the benefit of the STEM fields because they will see the reality of actually becoming engineers, becoming architects, becoming computer scientists, becoming chemists, becoming marine biologists, becoming mathematicians, becoming actuaries, etc., in order to serve the black community so that we can thrive as a people. In the current situation, let's be realistic. What is the point of actually learning geometry, even if it is needed for calculus, which is needed for engineering, if I don't think I can or should become an engineer anyway? There's no point. That's the reality that has to be addressed. Many of our youth sincerely believe that those are jobs only for white people, for Asians, or for Arabs. Even Lisa Delpit, an educator, wrote a book called Multiplication is for White People. Right? She wrote this book because she was doing her field research, and she was visiting different elementary schools, and she had a conversation with a young brother who, she was discussing with him, some of his math skills and some of his deficiencies, and the young brother told him, and children never lie, children are honest. He said, we do addition and subtraction, the multiplication and division, that's for the white people. That's more complex. So these are some of the ideas that, get compounded and get, reinforced as the children get older and older. They start to think that the mathematics and other subjects like it are not their domain. They're for other people. All right? And the schools nurture that. So the mere existence of so many disingenuous diversity initiatives exposes the fact that under the current circumstances, those jobs are not in fact for them. Because if they were, then why would you have to create a separate program just to go get black people to fulfill those positions? Why? You wouldn't have to. It would just naturally happen. Right? So our community must create these jobs for ourselves within our communities. And independent schools are a key component for this to happen. As responsible adults, we always have to address the larger political realities of the way our youth engage formal education. Many of our youth do poorly at STEM field subjects as well as reading and writing because it is a political necessity that this happen. If they perform better, this economy as we know it would crash because of all the income that would be lost from no longer being able to exploit and oppress black people in both covert and overt ways. Having our own schools to train our youth to own and operate our own businesses as well as infrastructure, not just the businesses, but infrastructure. Like, okay, it's one thing, maybe we can, own restaurants. We should own restaurants. But where's the chicken coming from? And its raw form. Like, where the farms at? Like, where the farms, like, who owns the trucks that's making the deliveries? Who's doing everything? That's infrastructure. That's like an issue of vertical integration. When we have, in the business sense, when you have like all the means of production, controlled by a certain group. All right? Kind of like, like you have Asian beauty supply stores. Right? So, I know a lot of sisters are, on Instagram and on social media, like selling weave and selling bundles of weave. And that's cool, but what if we control the wholesale of that? That's vertical integration, right? In closing, I'm almost done. Having our own schools to train our youth to own